Numbers can tell a powerful story. Like 1946, the year Alpha Insurance was founded, or the more than 1 million policies currently in force. Backed up by superior service from a local agent right in your community. For 65 years, we've been right there with you. We're looking forward to the next 65.
For a plan built just for you, contact Talisa Scheichel in Holly Pond.
Hi, I'm Leah Patterson-Lust. I'm Coleman County's probate judge. It has been an honor to serve the people of Coleman County through the probate judge's office over the last 6 years. November 6th, 2012, voters will go to the polls and will make a decision about who they want to serve as Coleman County's probate judge over the next 6 years.
Early in the week, Fairview coach George Redding celebrated with the birth of his 5th child, Kerrigan Krill Redding, who weighed in at 9 pounds 9 ounces. On Friday night, he was unable to celebrate a moment on the field, with the Gunners and Wildcats pinning another tough defeat on the Aggies. This one was a 21-14 final, with Fairview losing for the first time this season. Quarterback Luke Bailey was very sharp in this game. He engineered a 65-yard drive in 10 plays to tie the game at 7 early in the second quarter. But Bailey met his match in Gunnersville quarterback Clayton Daniel. Clayton Daniel rushed for 104 yards, scored twice, a 25-yard run in the second quarter to put the Wildcats ahead 14-7 at the half. Down 21-7 in the third quarter, Bailey directed an 80-yard drive that ended when he threw a 22-yard pass to Marco Rodriguez, and the Aggies were back in business at 21-14 with 1 quarter to go. Getting the ball back with 3:24 to play in the game, Bailey sent the Aggies from the 19 all the way to the Gunnersville 15 before being intercepted on the final play for the Wildcats to pull out a 21-14 tryout. Bailey was never stopped by the Wildcats, rushing for 134 yards and a score, throwing for 153 yards and a touchdown, and finished with 287 yards and directed a solid attack. But 2 or 3 turnovers were costly as the Aggies suffered their 14th loss in 17 games all time with the Wildcats. They fell out of first place in the 4A Region 6 standings. Now final from Dapper Smith Stadium, the Guns of Wildcat 21, the Fairview Aggies 14.
In the nation, we can't make every annoying thing disappear, but we can eliminate deductibles. Nationwide insurance members who add Vanishing Deductible get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Join the nation where deductibles go.
Nationwide is on your side.
Services for Joanne Castle. A memorial service for Carol B. Parker, age 82, of Hanceville, will be held today at 2 p.m. at Hanceville Funeral Home Chapel. Hanceville Funeral Home is directing. Miss Parker passed away on Sunday. The family will receive friends today from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. Funeral services for Clarence Armin Richter, age 86 of Cullman, will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. at St. John's Evangelical Protestant Church. Reverend John Richter officiating, assisted by Reverend Bob Kurtz, with burial at Cullman City Cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church for 1 hour prior to service. Moss Services directing. Mr. Richter died Sunday. Visitation will be tonight from 5 until 8 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. Funeral services for Gertrude Elizabeth Waldrop Shaddix, age 86, will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. at Bethel United Methodist Church. Reverends Henry Prater and Gary Peebles will officiate. Interment in the adjoining cemetery. The body will lie in state for 1 hour prior to service. Cullman Heritage is directing. Ms. Shaddix passed away yesterday. Funeral services for William Aubra Stringer, age 85 of Cullman, will be today at 11 a.m. at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home Chapel. Reverend Stanley Kilgo and Jimmy Baker will officiate. Burial in Etha Cemetery. Cullman Heritage is directing. Mr. Stringer died on Sunday. Funeral services for Flora Brock Bishop, age 80 of Cullman, will be today at 1 p.m. at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home Chapel. Vernon Willis officiates. Interment at New Hope No. 1 Cemetery in Jones Chapel. Cullman Heritage is directing. Ms. Bishop passed away on Sunday. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Welcome to Today on 2. It is Tuesday, the 18th day of September. Cloudy, overcast, rain. Did we say it might rain yesterday?
I think you mentioned that. A couple of inches, yeah.
Okay. And it did.
And it did. Oh. Yes, came down hard.
Yeah, some thunder. Wow, did you hear that about the middle of the afternoon? Something like that? Oh.
Well, I was home. Yeah, I was home. I don't know. I was down in my basement, though, for part of that time, so maybe I didn't pay attention. I don't know.
Oh, gracious. We may get more rain today.
Okay.
Flash flood warnings. Let's check our weather, which is brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. Make the switch to Mitch.
There we go.
There's the weather almanac for the 18th of September. The average high temperature is now 85. The average low is 57. The record high on this date got up to 102 in 1953. The record low 41, 1999. Sunset this evening at 6:40. I guess we should say sunrise this morning, 6:32. Sunset this evening at 6:49. Yes. So we'll celebrate here in a minute or so, sunrise. Right. There's the satellite picture. If you wonder where all the rain came from, wow, looks like the entire East Coast is getting rain, thunderstorm warnings. Oh, wow. There's our part of the country, and you can see more rain headed through Mississippi. It is going to be a rainy day today. Here's our forecast. Cloudy, breezy, still a 100% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Could be heavy again at times with a high near 73. Partly cloudy tonight, Then clearing off, a low near 49. 49 by tomorrow morning. Cold front coming through. Tomorrow, sunshine returns, but the temperature stays way below normal. 71 for a high tomorrow, 77 on the Thursday, 82 on Friday, then back into the 70s at Sunday and Monday. Wow.
Okay. Not bad.
The weather's all been, about 30 days ahead of time?
It
ahead
has.
Of normal temperatures.
Yes. Well,
Wow.
and we had talked about that earlier, that we might just get an early fall because we got such an early spring and summer. So.
Yep. Want to remind everybody that this is voting day. I was going to say election day, but we really don't elect anybody.
No.
We are voting on the referendum to transfer money out of the oil and gas trust fund into the general fund.
Right. To help boost Medicaid and
prisons. Well, the entire general fund.
Right.
But those are the two big items in the general fund.
I had heard, I heard it last night for the first time, is this going to give the teachers an increase in their salary?
No, this has nothing to do with education.
I didn't think so.
That's a separate budget.
Right. Somebody said that they thought that's, that was, and I said, no, I had not heard that, but okay. So basically it's to help the Medicaid fund and to keep prisoners in jail. Right? Isn't that what it's all about?
That's
so we don't have to release thousands of prisoners.
The people that are pushing it, that's what they're telling us. Yes. If the vote is no, the world will come to an end as we know it tomorrow.
Well, I'll tell you though, we laugh, but if you're in the medical profession, it might just really kind of damper things for you.
That's what they tell us.
Yeah. So who knows?
However, if you vote yes, the world as we know it will also come to an end tomorrow.
Okay.
It makes no difference. Either side will tell you this is the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Right.
Now, I got a question for you.
Okay.
If you don't know how to vote, if you can't make up your mind, should you just stay home?
I don't know how to answer that. I mean, I'm always just go out and vote. Go exercise
I
your
agree
right
with that
to
too.
vote.
But if you don't know...
But if you don't know, then it's just a 50-50 chance. You're just going to go in there and go, oh, okay, or no, So maybe you should stay home. If you really don't know, maybe you should stay home because it's just
And the thing that confuses me is I've done a lot of reading about this. I've listened to a lot of people talk, both sides and so forth, and I still can't make up my mind.
I finally have made up my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
I'll go vote, but I'll bet it'll be a decision I'll make as I
last minute.
make the mark.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's good or not, but at least you're informed. And you're just going to weigh things back and forth, and in the final hour you're going to go, okay, this is what I've decided. Yeah.
And I can see good and bad to both sides.
I can. And once again, we have that trust fund out there, and it is for situations like this. And I guess the main thing that people are upset about is their fact that they're worried that it won't get reimbursed. They're going to take from that fund, and then it's going to not deplete it because there's like over $1 billion, and they're asking
it
for
won't deplete it. The biggest thing about not paying it back is that the interest and the capital gains off of this fund go into the general fund every year. Well, obviously, less money that's in the fund is less interest.
Sure.
So that is money that the general fund will not get in the future unless it is paid back.
Right.
Well, anyway.
Hopefully the legislators will figure this out, and if we do vote to have this done, they will figure out something to where it will replace that money. Because that's the part that I'm frustrated with, is that the legislators, I think, have not done their job.
Plus the fact they're going to have to address what do you do in 3 years if it passes.
Are we going to do this all over again?
Right.
So they need to do their job.
And in 3 years, we'll have different legislators, possibly.
Possibly.
Okay, this is Constitution Week. So quickly, an item about the Constitution. This is dealing with the Fifth Amendment, which states that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. It protects us from double jeopardy and incrimination. However, the phrases innocent until proven guilty or presumption of innocence are not found in the Fifth Amendment or anywhere else in the Constitution.
Okay.
We talk about you're innocent and proven guilty until proven guilty. That is considered common law. We have just done it for so many years.
Okay.
It's just accepted procedure.
Okay. All righty.
Interesting, huh?
All right.
You could fool a lot of people with questions about the Constitution on things we assume.
That's true. That is so true.
Let's quickly look at our Facebook friend of the day.
And that's Miranda Sizemore Trotter, and we like to having her as our friend. She likes country music and the movie Blind Side, and you know that was on Sunday night. Watched it again for probably the 100th time. I love that movie. So, yay, Miranda. I think it's really one of the best top 10, out of my favorite top 10 movies of all times, that's one of them. I love the performance that Sandra Bullock does, and I think it's just a good story, and
It's a good movie.
It is very good, yeah.
Okay, who's coming to see us today?
Well, it looks like Miss Ladonna Allen is here to talk to us about the Ring Bridal Show. And boy, they have a major guest that's coming to this bridal show. And so we're excited to visit with her and find out all the details. I think that's coming up in a couple of weeks, so we're going to visit with her today about that. Yeah.
And George Spear is here with news and commentary, and that'll follow this.
Cheyenne, Cheyenne, where will you be camping tonight? Lonely man, Cheyenne, will your heart stay free and light? Dream, Cheyenne, of a girl you may never love. Move along, Cheyenne, like the restless clouds up above.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Time for news and comment. We invite you to share your thoughts and views on some of these issues we're talking about this morning. It doesn't necessarily have to be on something we're addressing at the moment, but give us a call if you have an opinion right there. Friend us on Facebook or go to visit us on channel2coleman.com. Well, by now, you most likely, if you've been paying attention to the news for the past 18 hours or so, noticed that there was a single-engine airplane that was flying from Florida, from Destin, Florida to Tennessee, someplace in Tennessee. And yesterday afternoon, about 2 o'clock, it went down near Smith Lake, near County Road 174. The pilot issued a Mayday signal that I didn't realize that pilots flying in this area would be in communication with Atlanta, but they were. This particular pilot was. He and another person perished. The man from the point of impact down there, I guess it was near the Ardell community was the name of the place, near Crane Hill. To the place where the plane finally came to rest was some 80 yards. So undoubtedly weather had something to do with it, but maybe more. I don't know. It's not the first time I would think that a pilot would have some experience with bad weather, but think again, look how many country singers we've lost to this kind of thing. Patsy Cline, right? We lost Jim Reeves. I read a letter once that Jim Reeves had written right after Patsy perished in that plane crash to the husband, was his name Charlie, I guess. At any rate, expressing sympathy. Sometimes it's just a bad situation all around. I would not like to be up in the air during bad weather like we had yesterday. Well, if you live near 24th Street in Coleman, good, bad news, don't know. It depends on you. Apparently, the Economic Development Partnership of Alabama has claimed that the Schumann property there is a great site for economic development. The Coleman Economic Development Agency has been named an advantaged site by the Economic Development Partnership of Alabama. It's about 73 acres almost. So I'm not sure exactly where that's located, but Coleman's really growing, and that's good news. Unless, of course, they put a Walmart near you and you don't want it, sort of thinking or saying, as the old saying goes. In Montgomery, of course, today they're wondering about this referendum that's many people are going to the polls to vote for or against. Polls are open from 7 to 7, and Dennis and Jacqueline were talking about it a few minutes ago. In my opinion, it's this way. If the state can afford $1.5 million for Weight Watchers for its employees to take, they can afford to make some more cuts, in my view. Some 2% cut in the Medicaid budget would provide for the sort of, or rather in waste and fraud would provide for this. If you're Republican, if you voted on conservative principles, you take what steps are necessary, if it means you don't get elected again. Isn't that what it's about? It's doing the right thing. And right now, if there was ever a right thing, it's to be able to do the right thing, and that's to cut money. We don't have it, period. I don't know where they think all this is going to come from. Of course, they're saying this trust fund, but what do we do in 3 years? You know, everyone's got their own opinion. I'm voting no. Thank you very much. The media, isn't it amazing how the media can go against or for somebody? You know, everyone knows. Yesterday I was watching Fox News. Oh, that's taboo, some folks would think. Well, they're the only ones apparently who have their eyes fully open. And sometimes maybe they slant some stories. But they had a speechwriter for Bill Clinton and a speechwriter for Jimmy Carter. Both of those people went on talking about how the media is biased against Romney. And just the wording of stories. Associated Press, for example, says in a story this morning, already scrambling to steady a struggling campaign, Republican Mitt Romney confronted a new headache Monday after a video surfaced showing him telling wealthy donors that almost half of all Americans believe they are victims, that they are entitled to things from the government. Well, that's nothing new. Hello. We all know that. We all know that more people want something free. That's why the American society has become. We don't want to pay for it, but if we can get it free, the Obama phone, right? Food stamps, hey, look at all the opportunities. On the campaign trail, Romney ratchets up the God rhetoric, claims CNN, the God rhetoric. Does that mean if you're a Christian or you believe in God that it's rhetoric? How far out of tune are these people who are in New York or in L.A., who handle news coverage, the God rhetoric? Do they forget that some people still believe in God? Is that what they've forgotten? Are they so far out of touch that they want to phrase it that way? If so, that should be enough to tell you that the thing's being slanted. In Florida, a community college down there has placed a professor out of work, basically, put her on leave after reports that she made students in a math class sign a pledge to vote for Obama. Now, who covered this? Oh, that dreaded Fox. In the meantime, is anyone else covering stories like this? No, they're parsing words that Romney states, right? They're doing that. American diplomats were warned of a possible violent unrest in Benghazi 3 days before the killings of the U.S. ambassador. And who's covering that? That dreaded Fox. And what other media? I mean, I call it the elephant in the room award goes to all the others, okay, when they ignore what is the obvious. It happened on 9/11. It was planned. No doubt in my mind. Hey, if you got a phone, and it's a smartphone, sometimes some people would argue, and I guess I'm one of them, that my phone's smarter than I am when it can do so many things. You know, of course, the first calculator that came out was much smarter because I couldn't do all those big numbers. But they're saying a major cyber attack is coming down the road. Why? Because you don't have antivirus on your smartphone. And yet, the industry would have you believe that you can take your smartphone and pay your bills, go to the grocery store, buy at Walmart. If it can be hacked, Jacqueline yesterday morning, talking to Dennis in the opening, talked about smartphones and how that is, I agree with her, is a peril because it's something that's not being addressed. It's not being addressed. For example, debit cards stolen from merchants through secretly installed key loggers. That's where someone puts a device on an ATM or puts a device near a cash register at places where people shop, resulted in a loss of $20 million alone in one incident last year, Verizon reports. Social Security Administration improperly awarded disability benefits to more than 25% of its cases in a randomly selected survey, according to the Social Security Administration. Is there waste? And judges, more than willing to try to get reelected, ruled in favor of the person who got the benefits. It's an issue, according to some reports. Does Mitt Romney prefer Snooki or Honey Boo Boo? Of all the things going on in this world, news reporters are asking Mitt Romney this question and being diplomatic and trying to answer the question. Well, they said, I'm kind of busy right now. Well, no, joke. Okay? A decision between Snooki or Honey Boo Boo. That's like saying, what smells worse, the skunk or carn? Now, if you don't know what carn is, you didn't live in the country. True. You don't know what a dead animal smells like on the side of the road. That's what carn is. I always thought that was something my parents made up. Like I didn't know what that was out there until my daddy told me it was a terse row, a T-U-R-S-E, a terse row. Until my 5th grade teacher told me, no, George, it's a terrace row. Of course, I made the mistake of trying to correct my father. At any rate, Walmart, Target, Kmart, now 50 years old. 50 years old. Has it been that long? There used to be a lot of 5 and 10 or dime stores. I remember 2 on Main Street or Highway 31 out here in Cullman. Used to love going in those places, especially in the basement of one of them. I forgot whether it was Elmore's or whether it was Yost's. It might have been Yost's. Once again, the Elephant in the Room award goes to the Associated Press. They reported a condemned Ohio inmate weighs at least 480 pounds, been in jail for 30 years, wants his upcoming execution delayed because he's overweight and it would be undue stress on him to die. No one from Associated Press took the time. The elephant in the award goes to them, right? Because no one asked, how do you get fat in 30 years in jail? Hello. Anybody at home? Tonight, PBS. I kind of hate watching this propaganda arm of the Democrat National Party, but I do watch occasionally, especially when Ken Burns does something, okay? Civil War's catastrophic toll on film. When what's the name of this thing? Death in the Civil War. Very interesting. They talk about how the Civil War redefined our ideas about how to treat dead soldiers. There were no national battlefields, no national, I should say, cemeteries in America until the Civil War. They say close to 800,000 Americans died during that conflict. People saw all the inhumanity and began to respond. Red Cross founder Clara Barton, who started the Red Cross, who saw patients being treated with shucks, corn shucks placed on wounds, saw things. Another individual started an ambulance service on the battlefield. How we treated it was so bad in Virginia that the smell of dead people you could detect it. It was so bad it happened for months on end because they wouldn't bury the bodies. There were so many of them. Tonight on PBS, Death in the Civil War. Stay tuned, more up to date on 2 after this.
There's something about the moment when you first walk into that new home. It took a lot to get there, but Eva Bank made it easy to get the loan you needed. Eva Bank, as a part of the community, makes lending decisions right here where you live. Our lenders make the process quick and easy with rates you'll love. Visit your neighbors at Eva Bank today and let them help you with your new home loan, manufactured home, refinance, or remodel. Eva Bank, part of the community we call home.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. and to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Voting has gone through a lot of changes in America since the days of the early West. Because they were short of pencils and paper at that time, they used various things as ballots. Feathers, beans. In one section of Arizona, they used bullets. If it was loaded, it was a vote for one candidate. And if it was empty, it was a vote for another. If a fellow wasn't careful, his whole campaign could blow up right in his face.
Dick Powell. Zane Grey Theater.
We're going to talk about a bridal show, With This Ring bridal show. At Wallace State College, Ladonna Allen is with us today to talk about that. Hi, Ladonna.
Good morning.
Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for letting us be here.
This is turning out to be a pretty big event.
It is. Last year was our first event, and we had almost 400 people that came out for the show, and we raised $6,000 for scholarships last year. So we were so happy, so pleased. So we hope we do at least as well, if not better, this time.
And you're having it at Stonebridge, which is a great facility.
It is. Ron has worked with us. He donates the facility for us for the scholarships and works with us. And so it is a beautiful site to have a bridal show, no doubt.
Now, are you having it in the chapel or in his dining room area?
Well, the exhibit hall will be set up in the manor area, where he has his buffet and all of that. Okay. And then our fashion show will be in the chapel area.
Okay.
And then there will be outdoor spaces utilized as well. We'll have carriage rides and limousine service set up outside, and he's going to do some mock weddings, and so we'll use the whole property.
Well, great, because that is sort of like, I guess, the wedding mecca right now for Coleman. I mean, every weekend is booked out there at Stonebridge for somebody having a wedding. And it's so nice to be able to, if you're planning and you're the mother of the bride and you're the bride and you're trying to decide, well, what do I want? What can I afford? What works with what? Going to these shows is just a fantastic idea.
Oh, it's wonderful. And one of the things we try to do, we take the hottest color trends in weddings, and they set up tablescapes. So if you're thinking of brown and blue together, we're going to have a tablescape with the linens and the flowers and all of that in the hottest shade, so you can get an idea if that's what you want to use. Right. And then, yes, absolutely, because we're going to have photographers there. We will have cake bakers, so you can sample their cakes and see what they do. Oh, wow, yeah. We are actually going to have menu selections, so included in the price of the ticket, you get to taste all of this wonderful food, so you can kind of plan a menu for your wedding reception as well. We've got jewelers. We've got some very nice and unique gift shops that'll be there, like Etc. by Nikki will be there. There's a one called Origami Owl. That's a new company here. She does some very personalized jewelry and things like that. We've got Tupperware representatives. We've got the bridal stores, and we're actually this year going to have fitting rooms set up. So if you want to be fitted for your tux while you're out there, or be measured for your wedding gown, or try some things on, you'll actually be able to do that while you're out there too.
And this is a great avenue for the vendors to be able to display their wares and talk to a lot of people at one time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So are you still looking for vendors, or is that pretty much sold out?
We have a few spots left, not many. Last year we had, we had so many it was a little crowded, so we're not taking quite as many this year because we wanted more space for people to flow. But we have, I think, 3 spaces left at this point. We do have some outdoor space, but I'm a little hesitant with the weather. You never know what it's going to be like. That's exactly. Right. But yes, and we still have tickets available for the event.
And you can purchase them in advance, can't you?
You can. They're $10 in advance. You can purchase those from us, or you can purchase them at Stonebridge, or if you want to go online, there's a website, and it's a mile long, so I'm not going to try to give that to you. I think you will probably have that on the screen.
Right.
But purchase those in advance before the show on Sunday the 30th, and then at the door it's $15 to get in.
So if you're not sure if you can go or not, you can wait, pay a little extra, and just show up.
Absolutely,
and stuff,
absolutely.
And this is going to take place on a Sunday, correct?
Sunday afternoon from 1 until 5, and we're really excited this year. We've got a special guest for the fashion show. Heidi Elnora, she was on Project Runway. She's a bridal designer from Birmingham, and her gowns, she has done weddings all over the world with her gowns. She is just a beautiful designer. So she's going to be there, and she's going to talk about, choosing the right style for your body type, and choosing the right fabric for the right season, and it's called When You Know It's the One is the title of her talk, and so I think that'll be very informative for brides and their mothers and future mother-in-laws.
Right. That can be a very exciting time when you're trying on all those gowns. It can also be a little stressful.
Oh, yes.
Just you can't find what you want. It just doesn't seem to be out there. But boy, when you do find the one,
you know it.
You know it. You really do. And you kind of, you look at just different things and stuff, and you go, yeah, this is what I want.
Absolutely.
And those gowns can range in price from to way up there.
Way up there. I have to take out a second mortgage for some of those gowns.
Right. And I guess weddings nowadays can be very expensive. So will there be sort of tips on how to kind of stay within your budget, you think? Or?
There will be, and I think she will cover that as well. And also, with the vendors, the wonderful thing about that, they're all offering door prizes, which some of them are like a full package price for your photographs. So all of them are offering some sort of special door prize that you could use towards your wedding. And then the majority of them are offering discounts for if you book, them from the wedding show, you'll get an X amount of discount. So yes, absolutely. And you will see ranging from here to there, and then that should help you decide what you can afford and what you would like.
LaDonna, a lot of weddings take place at what they call destination weddings in other places. Do you have vendors that will be talking about those locations?
We do have some a travel agency that will be there, and usually it's my understanding, now I've never been on a destination wedding, but it's my understanding that you usually try to book that through a travel agent or with a company, wherever you choose the hotels. So we will have a travel agent there that can talk about that and what's involved in trying to do those sort of destination weddings and some things you might not have thought about. So.
Right, because they can be fun, but also if you're not familiar with the area, there might be some extra things that you need to be aware of, and so you kind of have to go in with your eyes open and kind of realize, what all is. And a lot of times, though, like you say, if you're booking through a hotel or through an agency or something like that, they can kind of alert you, to certain things. And who do you contact to officiate your wedding if you're not going to bring your minister, and just all those different details that you have to think about.
But that's a great idea for a topic for next year, as having a big talk about destination weddings. I hadn't thought about having a whole subject on that, but you're absolutely right. So that's something we'll have to consider for next year. Thank you.
Now, you mentioned that this is a fundraiser, correct?
It is, absolutely. All of the proceeds go to sponsor scholarships for Wallace State students through the Alumni Association. And like I say, last year we were fortunate enough to raise $6,000, so we were able to help a great deal of students. A lot of our alumni scholarships go to students that may not qualify for a federal grant, may need some extra book money or something just to get them through for the semester. So they may not get a full scholarship for tuition, but they may get a bookstore scholarship to buy the books that are so terribly expensive, or something, to help them maybe buy their tools if they're in a technical program and need to purchase those expensive tools. So we try to fund things to help students finish their career once they get in school.
And how do students know that this kind of thing is available when they go to, enroll at Wallace? Do they kind of have to say, "Hey, I'm struggling. I need some help"? Are there financial advisors there? I guess, or sort of thing.
There are. The financial aid office, can help, but we also promote all of our scholarships that are available to all the high schools. We put them out there. We have career coaches that go out and they they certainly promote and help students try to find ways to come to school. Our advising center, they also point them in the right direction. And we have a beautiful new website we're about to launch, and you can actually apply online once this one comes up. We're hoping to have it ready to go by October. And they can apply online for foundation scholarships and for alumni scholarships. So we're excited about that.
Yeah. Well, we're almost out of time, so tell us a little bit once again about the event and when and where.
It will be Sunday, September the 30th at Stonebridge Farm here in Coleman from 1 to 5. And it's come and go. You don't have to stay the whole time. Everything will be set up the whole time. Door prize drawings will be at 4:30 that afternoon, so you might want to be there for that, but you do not have to be present to win the door prize. And then the fashion show will begin at 3 o'clock.
Okay, sounds like a great event if you're planning a wedding or if you just like to go to weddings.
Or want something fun to do for the day.
Exactly.
Something different.
That's right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate
Stay tuned.
it.
We have more coming up right after this.
Fire, accident, storm, they all happen in Coleman County. And for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with auto owners. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Karen. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
I'm open for opinion, Sergeant. What's yours? Well, I figure we have about an hour and a half. Before what? We know what's back there coming our way. Tanks. When they catch up to us, we'll be sitting ducks. Period.
Combat. A Selmer production.
If you're looking for the ride of your life, you'll find it at Billy Ray Taylor Auto Sales in Coleman. I'm talking about sharp cars and trucks that'll get you noticed and deals too low to believe. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it and find it for less at Billy Ray Taylor Auto Sales. Come on, North Alabama. It's time you had a sharp set of wheels and a really good deal. Billy Ray Taylor Auto Sales, serving you from 2 big lots, Highway 31 North and 31 South in Coleman, Alabama.
In the nation, we can't make every annoying thing disappear, but we can eliminate deductibles. Nationwide insurance members who add vanishing deductible get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Join the nation where deductibles go.
Nationwide is on your side.
We continue this part of our show. We give away some prizes. As long as we talked about the bridal show, that's one of our prizes for today. How about that? Let's look at the prizes we have. 2 cupcakes from Frosting's Bakery. We have lunch for 2 at Chick-fil-A. And we have 2 tickets to With This Ring Bridal Show, which is on September 30th.
Very good. So if you're interested in going, give us
right.
a call. Pay attention and give us a call.
Let's look at our merchant ads. We'll ask you a question, of course, about one of the ads. The crew at Earl's Body Shop reminds you, move over for emergency vehicles. They do towing, large and small towing, local or long distance, as well as auto body repair. Earl's Body Shop.
And the Tutor Doctor. You can make this just the best school year ever for your student. Personalized one-on-one tutoring, at home, convenient, flexible hours, experienced, qualified local tutors. They'll even give you a free consultation.
New to Coleman, the Hydro Master Tire, available at People's Tires. This is a remold tire. Some people call them pull-offs. Looks and wears like new.
Festall Marketplace is going to be open this morning, and they're going to, on Thursday and Saturday, open as early as 8. They close at 3. They have a variety of great vegetables, and sweet taters are out now, so the Festall Marketplace, give them a visit.
Deb's Bookstore, your hometown bookstore just down the road. Books are always on sale. They have basic country skills.
Oh, okay.
In case you needed to find out about that.
Mr. Plumber, Plumbing, Sewer, and Drain Services, locally owned and operated. He can do free estimates on new construction. He has that tank and tankless water heater sales and service.
Mr. Hicks Menswear, men's suits and sport coats in regular, big, and tall sizes, always in stock. Casual shirts, always in stock, all the way up to 5X.
And fabulous fall fashions can be found at the Uniform Place. This is inspired new looks for style at work. More complete outfits and flexible styles than ever before at the Uniform Place, located at 300 2nd Avenue Southeast.
And Tires for Less is more than just tires. They can do service work. They can do oil changes, repair shocks and brakes. Mentioned you saw the ad on Channel 2. They'll give you a $5 discount on an oil change. And there we go with some of our merchant ads. Today's question is about Deb's Bookstore. What was the name of the book that I talked about when that ad was on?
Okay.
Yeah, it's pictured in the second slide. What is the name of the book that I talked about in Deb's Bookstore? 256-734-7399 is our telephone number. And the first person with the correct answer receives 2 cupcakes from Frostings, lunch for 2 at Chick-fil-A, and 2 tickets to the bridal show coming up on September 30th.
Oh. It was a red book. It was a red book.
Red book.
I'll tell you that much. Maybe that'll help you.
Something.
Come on, guys. Come on. We want to give away these prizes.
What's the name of that book? It is prominent every time we show that second slide.
But it is kind of like finding Where's Waldo.
That's why I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, there's so many things in that page that.
Because I thought about saying, well, what's the title of the little green book?
Yeah, right. I don't think I would have gotten that.
Yeah. Okay, what's the name of that book? I just told you.
Oh, come on, guys.
Red book in the middle of the ad. Basic something.
Okay.
Okay, no callers today. Hey, we get to keep some prizes.
That's right.
Okay, let's look at the rest of our merchant ads. Open the door to history and fine prints. Renard's Gallery and Gifts. It's an art gallery, a jewelry store, a gift store. Custom framing is available, located on 1st Avenue Southeast.
And you can kick off your fall season at It's My Party. Score a touchdown, do tailgating parties, all occasion balloons, and book Lulu the Gorilla for special events at It's My Party.
You're in good hands with Sorelli at Doug Dogga Jewelers. Antique-inspired jewelry, very, very popular right now. The Sorelli jewelry. That's why you shop at Doug Dogga Jewelers.
And Baldwin Counseling Center. If you're having problems, you need to talk, you want some privacy, help is just a phone call away. Baldwin Counseling Center, solving problems one at a time. 256-737-3087.
Fitness opportunities are available at the Wellness and Aquatic Center. We're going to talk about what's going on there here in just a couple of minutes. They have the full fitness center with weights, cardio, and professional training.
And Mullins Body Shop on Highway 31. You've counted on them for 52 years for auto body repair and towing. And you know what? You can count on them today. They do such a great job. Mullins Body Shop.
Sweet deals are available at Dairy Queen. Pick any 2 items, pay just $3.33. And the September special, the chicken sandwich, just $1.99 at Dairy Queen.
High Tide Sports Grill right there on Highway 31 next to Burgess Body Shop has some extended hours on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. so you can catch that ball game. Thursday is bike night, Friday shrimp night, and Saturday is barbecue baby back rib night.
Shimmer and Glow Tanning Boutique, open 8 till 8 Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 on Saturday. They do all kinds of tanning. They do the spray tanning, they have the tanning beds. They also have lotion, swimwear, handbags, and more. There we go with our merchant ads for today. We have a couple of birthdays to tell you about on the 18th of September.
Looks like Mary Irby and James Carnes, maybe, are having their birthday, and they're going to have the possibility of winning that birthday cake from Dairy Queen and an 8x10 portrait from Baker Photography. That'll be drawn on Friday.
The weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. Make the switch to Mitch. Forecast for today, cloudy, breezy, still a 100% chance of rain, maybe heavy rain again today. High of 73. Clearing off tonight, low near 49. Sunny, windy tomorrow with a high just 71.
You'll find it at Billy Ray Taylor Auto Sales in Coleman. I'm talking about sharp cars and trucks that'll get you noticed, and deals too low to believe. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it, and find it for less at Billy Ray Taylor Auto Sales. Come on, North Alabama. It's time you had a sharp set of wheels and a really good deal. Billy Ray Taylor Auto Sales, serving you from two big lots, Highway 31 North and 31 South in Coleman, Alabama.
Had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on the farm it had some turkeys, E-I-E-I-O. Gobble over here, and gobble over there, and gobble, 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 gobble here, gobble there, quack, gobble, gobble, quack, 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 here, quack there, quack, 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 E-I-E-I-O. Oh, MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm it had some chicks, E-I-E-I-O. There's chick over here, and chick over there, and chick, 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 and chick there, where chick, moo, 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 yeah, moo there, where moo, meow, 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 meow there, where meow, bitty, 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 piggy there, piggy, piggy, gobble, 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 you gobble there, where gobble, gobble, quack, 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 quack there, quack, quack, quack,
And we're back with Waid Harbison, who is the marketing director over at the Coleman Park and Rec. Always something going on over there, Waid. What's going on this weekend?
Well, we have actually got a yard sale and craft fair coming up this weekend at Heritage Park. So that's going to be probably our big thing here in September. I was just talking, and we do a few of these every year at Heritage Park, and basically what it is, it's a community-wide yard sale and craft fair, kind of basically what it says it is, and we allow vendors to come in and set up and have area and space at Heritage Park, and it's a great event because it's really easy for people to come and have lots of different vendors there, lots of different yard sale opportunities right in front of them, and as opposed to hopping in your car and going through the neighborhood and trying to find all the yard sales. A lot of people will get the paper, kind of cut it out and look through all the yard sales and try to go find everything. Well, here's something that's going to be a lot greater for you. We've got about 40 vendors right now that are signed up for this yard sale and craft fair. So lots of opportunities there, lots of things going on. So we're definitely excited about that, and I think a lot of people will enjoy that. It'll be a lot easier because everything's just right there. So
I think fall is a good time. People like getting out.
Absolutely.
It's a little bit cooler weather and so forth, and so that helps the vendor as well as the person.
Right.
And there are a lot of people out there who really enjoy going to garage sales. It's sort of a challenge to see what they can find at the best price.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
A lot of people always, there's, like I said, a lot of people will go cut out the newspaper section with all the yard sales in it, and they're going around all day long on Saturdays. They'll start early in the morning and they're gone all day long. So this is something, you're right. A lot of people are getting to be yard selling is almost their hobby now. So they're walking around trying to find the best deals and everything. But this is going to be a great yard sale and craft fair too for anyone who wants to participate and have a booth in the yard sale and craft fair. They can still do that actually up until probably about Thursday or Friday. We really don't have a definitive cutoff on that, just as long as you can kind of come and get your space. We do have limited space, so of course if you wanted to participate, you need to sign up early. Now you can call Heritage Park and get that lined up. It's actually only $10, which is really cheap for a space, and they're 15-foot by 15-foot spaces for both yard sale vendors and craft fair vendors. So you're also allowed to have one vehicle on your space if that helps out. Some people that are coming in with some of the crafts and that kind of thing, that will help them out to get in and everything. But Saturday morning, the setup will start about 5 o'clock for vendors who can come in and do that. So if you're interested in having selling some stuff or coming in and setting up, you can still call Heritage Park, and then the setup for you will be Saturday at 5. For the general public coming to this, just wanting to shop around, of course, like I said, we've got 40 vendors, a lot of things going on. It should be a huge community-wide yard sale. Right. They can start coming at about 7 o'clock, and that's when the yard sale will officially open. Of course, it will be free to the public. Anyone can come out and see it. There's going to be a lot of good traffic, though, for anyone who's considering to buy a space. We've got all of our soccer teams play this weekend, of course, at Heritage Park, and we'll start in the morning and be there all Saturday. And, of course, we have softball tournaments this weekend at Heritage Park. So a lot of people in and out of the park.
You're going to have an automatic audience right there.
Right.
Or participants,
you're not going to have to be searching for an audience. That should make a lot of people interested in buying a space. There's going to be a lot of people there, a lot of parents walking around, even kids, that are just going to be interested in looking through some of these things. Great time for a yard sale. Like you said, fall's a great time. Not too hot to shop around and everything. everything.
Right.
So it makes it easier. And of course, they have the space available, and lots of people are going to be there already.
Right. Now, does a vendor have to provide their own table and tent if that's what they want to bring?
Yes, they do.
You just give them the space,
right?
Right.
We do. We give them the 15 by 15 foot space, and like I said, they're allowed to bring a vehicle into that space if they would like to. But a tent, tables, tarps, anything like that, they'll need to bring from
racks, whatever. If you want to hang clothes or whatever.
And they're more than welcome to bring whatever they want. There's no stipulation. Racks are fine. Tables, chairs, tents, anything like that, no problem. So if they want to bring any of those, that's not a problem at all.
And how long does the event last?
The event will probably, it's up to the vendors kind of when they leave. Of course, Heritage Park will be open through the late hours of the night with softball tournaments, but most of our vendors kind of in the middle of the afternoon, sometime between noon and 2 o'clock, somewhere around in there, will kind of start to shut down slowly. So, if you want to come out and see this, I would, of course, the morning will probably be the best time for that.
You talked earlier about how some people really just, this is sort of their thing.
Right.
My sister in Louisiana has 6 children, and when they were all in school and stuff, she would find some remarkable deals on some jeans, some really name brand jeans that, she could not afford otherwise, but when she would buy them at a yard sale for 50 cents or $1 or whatever.
No cost there.
Yeah, so she was able to get her children, some clothing and things like that otherwise she wouldn't be able to afford, especially those kinds of name brands.
Right.
So, I like the whole idea of the recycling thing.
It is. I think it's better than just, a lot of people have a lot of stuff and they want to throw it out or throw it away, and I think it's a much better idea. Yard sale it, let somebody else have it, maybe make a few dollars off of it, that kind of thing. So it's a great idea, and I think, like I said, a lot of people are kind of getting into the whole yard sale as almost a hobby kind of thing. So and that's a lot of fun too. But if anyone is interested in having a booth, they of course need to call Shelby or Lindsay at Heritage Park, and that phone number is 256-739-9931. So they'll be able to hook you up. You can always call the Civic Center if you don't have the number for Heritage, and they can transfer you over there and all of that. But they'll of course need to call probably soon, because I would imagine space is getting a little limited now with over 40 vendors. That was as of yesterday, yesterday morning. So we may have had a few yesterday during the day, that kind of thing. So it's going to be huge. Anyone who wants to come participate, this is going to be a great community event.
Right. Now, I guess the pool, we can kind of shift gears a little bit. It's closed for the winter or fall or whatever?
Yes, we actually, the swim team still, as crazy as they are, will use that pool until the very last second that they can outside. So our swim teams are actually still using the outside pool, but it is closed now to the public. With that being said, we are actually kicking off some of our fall aquatic classes. This actual week we will start, today actually we start our H2O boot camp classes and then our aqua jogging classes, which are two of our more popular aquatics classes that we have. The H2O boot camp is a little bit more hardcore of a workout. It's probably our most intensive aquatics class. So for anyone looking for a really hard workout, that's going to be something fun, and it's every Tuesday and Thursday. And then aqua jogging is also on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's a little bit more of a aerobic workout, something a little bit less intensive than the H2O boot camp would be. And then also tomorrow we will kick off our Aqua Zumba, which is something that we just started last year that's been popular. A lot of people like the Zumba. It's a fun class and everything. So Aqua Zumba has been something a little fun that we could do at the Aquatic Center, that maybe not be available elsewhere. This is a really good class too, Aqua Zumba. Is a lot of people who may be older or going arthritis, that kind of thing. These aquatics classes are great. And a lot of people can't participate in Zumba because of the restrictions and that kind of thing. So this is, being able to do it in the water, I think, has made it even better because it's made it available for almost everybody. Right. Anyone who could want to participate probably can. So those three classes will be kicking off this week.
Anybody who's willing to put on a bathing suit.
That's true, yeah.
In front of the whole crowd,
That's true, absolutely.
That might be a limitation for some people.
It might be, it might be.
But that sounds good.
Yes, those classes starting this week and everything. Of course, those will be in the indoor pool, which is nice and heated, so they won't have to worry about the outdoor pool or anything. So that's available starting this week at the Aquatic Center. We also have a new program guide out with all of our new classes, activities, all that stuff for all of our parks and recreation facilities, from the golf course, gymnastics and cheer academy, the Aquatic Center, Heritage Park, athletics, senior center. Anything you could want to know is in there. Brand new for the fall, winter, just came out yesterday, so they're scattered around town right now at all of our parks, facilities, and everything. So pick one up, just check out what we've got going on in the fall, winter, and I'm sure we'll probably be back on later to talk about some of those things. So.
And Hurricane Creek Hurricane Creek Park might be a good place to go visit.
Absolutely, for the fall.
Yeah, since it's getting cooler.
Great place for the fall.
Do a little hiking.
Absolutely. With all the leaves changing and stuff, it's probably one of the most beautiful parks we've got in the fall.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then the Craft and Art Show is this weekend.
Yes, September 22nd, this Saturday. It will start at 7 o'clock a.m. for anyone who wants to come and check it out. If you want to be a vendor, 15 by 15 foot spaces are $10. Just call Heritage Park and we can line that up for you.
All right. Thanks, Waid.
Absolutely.
We've got more. Stay tuned.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
I'm Ringo. What can I do for you?
Well, my name's Merlin, Pat Merlin. This is my son, Hank. We come a long way, Mr. Ringo. The boy here's gonna kill you.
Time for our community billboards, brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. Get ready for Oktoberfest. You can learn some ballroom dancing with Gene and Dodd Holt. That's going to be on Thursday, September the 20th and the 27th at the Donald E. Green Building. It starts at 6 p.m. If you're interested, I guess you just go show up. And United Way is presenting their Girlfriend Gala, second annual Wild About Girlfriends. Tickets are available at United Way office. That'll be on Thursday, the 27th. There will be a dinner for $50, but if you want to attend a lunch thing with Stonebridge, give us a call. We can give you more details about that. With this Ring Bridal Show, and that will be happening on Sunday, September the 30th from 1 until 5 at Stonebridge Farms right here in Coleman. Show is featuring Heidi Elnora from Project Runway, who is a designer and I think has her own shop now. There are over 30 vendors already registered. There are limited tickets available, so $10 in advance for $15 at the door. If you have a community billboard you want to share with us, you can email it to channel2coleman@gmail.com, fax it to 256-734-7680, or you can friend us on Facebook, be a friend on Channel 2 Coleman.
Weather forecast for today. Be aware, heavy rain possible later on today with a high near 73. Partly cloudy tonight, then clearing off. Cool tomorrow morning, low of 49. Sunny and windy tomorrow with a high just 71. And coming up tomorrow, we've got an old friend coming back.
Miss Deb Lastly. We always enjoy it when Deb comes. She always has some great books to feature. I usually go and buy one from her. Every time she comes, I kind of like, okay, I got to have that book. But anyway, she's going to be here. And then Ann Fox from the Coleman Pilot Club is going to be talking about a fundraising event that they've got going on.
That's our lineup for tomorrow. Thank you for watching today on 2.
And don't forget, community concert is this evening out at Wallace. And so if you don't have a ticket, you can still purchase one, and you can even get the group pass. So go out there. It starts at 7?
Yes, 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And go vote today, too.
Oh, and go vote, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.